So now we're going to discuss Facebook post and post branding. If you haven't followed or seen the other videos in this series, please go back and take a look. That'll show you exactly how we arrived at this point and show you how we use the template to design the Facebook cover as well as the profile picture. But now we're going to talk about the post template. So if you open up that zip file that you download in your brand kit, and if you haven't downloaded that brand kit, there's a link in the description that allows you to download it so you can follow along with us. Open up that Facebook post kit, the Facebook post template, and it's going to look pretty similar to everything else that we've gone through already, where we're going to have two layers that make up the template. The guides being the top layer that give us our resolution and our safe areas for design, and then our design block, our design group. So we're going to turn on our design group. And pretty similar to what you've seen before in the other templates, there's an image already in place. But the difference in this particular template is we've already gone through and created all the layers you need to recreate this exact template and brand it however you see fit based on obviously your brand or whatever it is you're promoting. So when we open up this design group, we have everything labeled from top to bottom, reflecting the same position there shown in the actual graphic. Web address, all the bars, your actual placement of your logo, the background elements, as well as the background image. And if you go down here to the background elements group, we open that up. There's only two elements that make up the background in this particular post template. So it gives you an option to change this block color however you see fit, as well as this one on the screen left, which might be a little hard to see just because it is really close to the color being used in the background image. But you do have two different elements that you can change the color of to fit your brand. If we close that group, we're going to open up the background images. And we provided you with just 4 stock photos as examples that you can use. There's nothing in particular, nothing special about these photos. You can use these if you see fit for your brand. But we just wanted to give you some options to help visualize how this template can be used. So in this case, we're going to continue moving forward branding Stereotype Nation, a client of ours, an amazing band out of Nashville, Tennessee. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down here to the background images group. We're going to turn off the images, and we're actually going to import our own, or file place our own image. So I'm going to go up to my Stereotype Nation folder, band photos, and I'm actually going to use this very first one. And in this case, some of the folks in the band are going to get cut off, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I think that's okay. Obviously, for your brand, you want to make sure everybody who's a part of it and who's meant to be in the photo is actually seen. So we're going to crop it right there for now, but obviously, like I said, make those changes according to however you want to promote or however you want to design your post. But like I said, this template's just kind of a guide. We're going to close that background image group, and we're going to open up the background elements. And now we're going to start changing these colors to kind of match our brand here. So I'm going to double click on there, which is actually a solid color, which we can click and sample different colors from our background image. Or if you have a brand palette or a brand kit or brand guide for the company that you're currently working with or the group you're working with, I would suggest you go grab their brand kit and pull the colors from their brand guide and stick within their brand palette. So I'm going to use that nice darker brown there. And then this screen left image, I'm going to sample. Just going to look around this image a little bit, see what we have here. This lighter, this darker tan, I think will work just fine and complements the brown we're using up front. And for now, I'm going to turn off the guides as well, so we can see this image in its full clarity. There we go. So I'm gonna try. Let's change that to black. Yeah, something about that black I do like a little bit better. So we're going to go with the black. So now our background image has been chosen. Our background elements have been colored accordingly. Now we just need to adjust the type and copy within this top group here. So in this case, the template says 10 breathtaking vacation spots you must try today. Obviously, you can change this type to whatever you see fit. For today, we're going to change this to 10 amazing bands. I'm going to drag that down a little bit, reposition it. 10 amazing bands you must see. And if you notice, this type is actually using the old color palette that was originally designated when we designed the template. So you want to make sure that matches whatever you have going on for your design. So I'm going to sample the color that it's sitting on top of so it doesn't stand out in that bright orange. So 10 amazing bands you must see live. And I'm going to hit Control T to transform, and I'm going to scale that up just a little bit and recenter. And I'm going to go down there, our web address text box, and I'm going to put www.stereotypenation.com. And also, this is something I think you get used to if you're dealing with different clients and you're actually doing branding for a client. They usually have, if they deliver a brand kit or a brand guide, you want to pull not only their brand palette, which is the specific Pantone colors that they use for their brand. They should also have different typefaces identified that are specific to their brand, and you want to make sure you pull those and use those, and that's as opposed to just whatever fonts you think may look good. So in this case, we're going to leave everything as is, and we're going to delete the Pixelland logo, and we're going to import the Stereotype Nation logo, or place. I say import, but the function is actually place. There we go. Scale them down a little bit, drop it down. And now I'm actually going to go back here and adjust the background element just a little bit. There's actually a very faint boombox behind the word stereotype with a microphone. And this color that we're currently using was far too close to it for it to actually be seen, so we're going to just switch this up a little bit. There we go. Just use a little bit darker brown. And there we go. For the most part, I would normally spend a lot more time on these posts, give them something really unique, but this gives you a nice template, a starting point. If you stay within the guidelines that we've established here in this template, you should always be able to produce something really nice just by changing the background image and the text as well as the colors. So now we're going to make sure our guides are turned off, and we're going to save this image in a place that we can find because we're headed to Facebook to make this post next. I'm going to save this in the clients folder. I'm not going to change the name, but obviously you change it to a name that you can keep track of. And we're going to go over to Facebook. So we're going to scroll down to the Create Post section. And just like a normal post on Facebook, it gives you the option to write a post. Of course, we're normally going to start off with some type of text or let the people know what's going on, and then add the image to it as well. For this, I'm just going to say we are Stereotype Nation. Hashtag Stereotype Nation. And then we're going to upload the photo that we just created. And if you're not sure, if you haven't uploaded a photo before, when you're typing whatever information you want in your post, if you look just below that text box, Facebook gives you a lot of different options here as far as different things you can add to that post. We're looking for photo slash video. So when you click on photo slash video, it opens a browser that allows you to navigate to the photo that you just created. Click that photo and click open. Give it a second and you'll see that image begin to load. Once all the animation stops on that image, that photo is uploaded and ready to go once you click post. They do give you a few options here in Facebook to tag people or places or companies in this photo, which is a good function if you're trying to make sure that whoever is involved in this marketing is actually tagged and they're involved in this post. And then they have the edit photo button, which allows you to apply different filters and crop the image, but all the editing should be done in Photoshop before you upload this image. That way all we're doing is uploading the image, adding our text, and going and moving forward. So I'm happy with what we have here. The image is uploaded correctly. So at this point, we're just going to hit post. And with Facebook, at least for me, I normally have to refresh the page once I've hit post to see that post actually show up. Give it a second, scroll all the way down, and here we go. Our first post. We are Stereotype Nation, hashtag Stereotype Nation, and our nicely formatted and branded Facebook post is ready to go. And this is the type of continuity you want across the board for all your social media platforms, your website, and anywhere else that you decide to market your business. Well, I hope you learned something today. There's much more to come. Stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.